All right. Now we're recording, so this is all for posterity. So the Prove It Bucks, basically every one of you, hey Wanda, every one of you guys that, let me see if I can just mute everyone out here. Hold on. Yes, okay. So every one of you guys has a back office. So Rose is showing right there, I think, her free box of product from last month. So every one of you guys has an account, right? When you all signed up, you created an account with a login and password. So everyone who joins the company gets a randomly assigned referrer code. So it's usually a random string of letters and numbers. It's a pain in the ass to have to give that out, but I'll tell you how we can change that in a minute. But what happens is you can actually tell anyone to go to your site. So I had the Dr. Ketone site that you guys all ordered from. And that was just, I actually literally bought drketone.com and then have it forwarded to my Prove It page. My Prove It page is actually drpate.proveitnow.com. So what are you, Keto Rose?
Yes. One other thing, you need to let them know they can download the Prove It Pulse app as customers so that they get all the notifications of all the sales, all of the big things.
I will cover that too.
Right.
So I don't know if it's me or Rose who's got the bad connection, but anyway, everyone else seems to be moving okay. So the first thing I want to teach you guys how to do is to go into your back office and change that referrer code to whatever you want it to be. Because as a customer, you have it. You don't pay anything for it. It's just there. So that's a really nice thing the company gives anybody. So that way you can refer people to your own link instead of sending to me. So like, Danielle, if you are Wanda, if you guys had someone, like Wanda, we were talking the other day, you had that awesome number in your Ketometer, right? So, you know, if you share a post like that with what I'll teach you, Rose and I will teach you tonight some tricks. Well, not tricks, but we'll give you some tips of what to do with it. You can create interest. And if someone says, hey, I want to do what you're doing, where do I get this stuff? You say, you know, you don't have to send them to me. You say, oh, just go to my site. And then you'll have a site where they can sign up and then they sign up under you. And if you have 2 people signed up under you as an auto ship person, you'll generate Prove It Bucks from when they order, and that Prove It Bucks will be used to your monthly auto ship. So let's say you have a box of Keto Max that you're getting every month, and maybe one person buys 2 boxes, one person buys 1. You'll get enough Prove It Bucks on those 2 orders that you can basically get your product for free. You're basically paying shipping every month, so 10, 11 bucks. That's kind of a nice system they have set up. Where basically, as little as 2 customers, you could actually get your product for free. Now, if you get tons of people, then we'll talk about maybe upgrading you to promoter, because then the company will pay you after 2 people. And, you know, that's not such a bad thing, right? But I'm not sitting here trying to make it so you guys have to go out and become a business. That's not what this is about. This is just so you guys can, at the very least, find a way to get your product for half or even free. So I think that would make it easier to maintain, right? If you're like, hey, I can do this every month if I didn't pay for it. And all you do is just really share your experience. So we'll go over that. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to do a little screen share, guys. So if you don't know, the website, you can go to any Prove It site. In the top right corner is a place where it says login. All right. I guess if I'm doing a mirror, it'd be that way. And then it would open up a page. You could also go directly to the login page by typing in cloud.justproveit.com. So if you have a pen and paper, I'll write that down. I can always text. You know what I'll do if after the call, if you remind me, I'll just shoot you guys the link. It's just cloud.justproveit.com. And that's the best way to log in, because sometimes people will go back to the site, my site, and they'll try to go and they'll log in, they'll make a new account, and then they have 7 accounts, and it's like, you just got to log in. So once you do that, I'm going to tell you guys what to do. I'm going to screen share for a second. Let me just make sure this is all set up for me to do that with my internet. Okay. So let's share the screen. So I'm going to share this. So you're not going to see me, but you'll be able to hear me. Okay. So right now I'm showing you my office manager's back office. So when you guys log in, it'll look a little different for you because you're not promoters. But you'll see at the top right corner is her name. So Sarah Sanchez. If anyone doesn't see that, you can unmute yourself and say you're crazy. But On a cell phone, sometimes it won't have a name there. It may have just a cogwheel. And you click that, and on the drop down would have the name as well. So anytime you just want to get to the name. So hopefully it's your name there. All right. So for Jeff, it'll be Jeff Rosenthal. So you click on that, and it comes up with something. Let me just minimize. That's not working. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if my little bar is blocking it, but it says settings and log out. You'll click on settings, and it'll go somewhere. And then you'll see on the left-hand side here are 4 things, right? It says, hold on. It says profile, about, notifications, and referrer code. So you'll click on the last one. It says referrer code. And it opens this window here. It says unique referrer code, and it says edit in the corner. So you'll click on edit, and you'll see it says referrer code in this bar here. Like Sarah's is Sarah 8, Sarah E, I should say. So you guys are gonna, when you go in your back office, you're gonna see a bunch of letters and numbers. That's not easy to remember or to give anybody. So go on there and type in whatever you'd like. And then if you see below where it says available, it has a little check mark. So if you find something that no one has yet, you can take that. So it'll say, maybe Jeff will be like Jeff R. If no one has that, it can be jeffr.proveitnow.com. So now you just put in the referrer code, and you get 4 websites the company gives you that you can use this with. That's the easiest one we use the most. So you just type it in, you click Save Changes, and you'd be done. And then if you go back to your home page and you scroll down, it may take a few minutes to update when you do this live. You'll see this part where it says Share, and it'll say marketing link, and it'll have it listed. So you see, like here it says Drink Your Sample. That's one of the links. You can click on it. You'll see there's 4 different links. There's Prove It Now. And see, it says sarah.proveitnow.com. That's your page. So whatever you guys create, change that letter number string to, that'll now be your page. You can change it at any time, but if you change it and you gave out the old one to somebody, they're not going to be able to use the old one if you change the letter. So that's the first thing I want you all to be able to do. So that way we know that when you're ready to do this, you're ready to give it to somebody so they can actually, order from your page. All right, I'm going to take this off sharing. All right, I'm going to unmute you guys for just a sec. All right, I'll just unmute everybody. You guys, anyone have any questions about what I went over real quick? Everyone's good? All right, I'm going to meet y'all again. Okay, so that's, again, you guys have any questions about that, text me or message me, and I'll go over that with you.
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Wanda. I'm trying to get in, but I can't figure this thing out. I can hear you, though.
I can hear you too, hon.
But I can't see you.
There's a, are you on your computer or on a cell phone? What are you on?
I'm on my cell phone.
And you log into the app. So there should be a way, if you click on the actual picture, where you can turn your video on or off. And you should be able to see us too. You may have to swipe left or right, though, to see the speaker view. I'm not, listen, I'm not that pretty. You don't need to see me tonight. I'm done with the screen share, so most of it's just if you can hear, that's the most important part, Wanda. I'm recording this anyway, so if anyone misses it, I can see you now. Wave if you can see me, if you hear me, Wanda. No? Maybe? Try and be frozen again. I don't know. May just be a bad connection. I actually have to do these in my office because when I do my iPad at home, I have a group of people in my Zoom, it like locks up. It's really annoying. Okay, so that's the first thing. So the second thing is, well, how do I get people interested? I'm not a salesperson. I'm not here to sell stuff. That's what a lot of people think, and that's fine. And the way we have a whole kind of system we use that is very, very simple, very easy, and for you guys just to get you a couple customers should be pretty simple to do. But at no point in there are you becoming a salesperson, and at no point do you really have to know anything. I know that sounds silly, but like your goal is to basically get people interested in what you have, share a video like I share with all of you, and then basically connect them to me or Rose or someone like that to answer questions. That way you don't have to know anything more than, hi, do you know what a ketone is? look at this. Talk to this dude. That's it. So, really, the first thing we like to do is we want to try to find something engaging. There's two little rules we do when we use Facebook or any kind of social media. One is that we don't ever say what we have. All right, because once you tell someone what they have, they will look up and figure it out on their own, and they'll buy it from Amazon, or they'll find if they don't want to like something, they're going to find a way to find something that supports their belief that they're not going to like something. You know, it's important that you make sure they understand where they get this, and that they don't get misinformation for somewhere else on the internet. And a lot of times you just want to create curiosity, because let's say I went out there and I just put a post like, oh my God, I love ketones. Y'all should drink them. You might get some response, but you're more likely to get a response if you showed a blood meter reading of like a 3.0 and said, oh my God, I've never gotten this deep into ketosis. This stuff is amazing. That's a curiosity driven post. You're passionate. You're being honest. You're not saying anything more. You just shared something that to you was really exciting. And obviously you want to make your post public so people can see it. It doesn't have to be that. And I can help you guys craft whatever you'd like to do. I can be like, oh my God, I haven't slept this good in 3 weeks. This stuff's amazing. Or whatever it may be, whatever your experience has been with the product, figure out what your own personal thing is, and we'll find a way to kind of craft a little message that makes people interested to find out what it is. Because how many people do we know out there that don't sleep well, or don't have good energy, or are trying to lose weight and having trouble, or or doing a ketogenic lifestyle and they're struggling, whatever it may be. If you put that information out there, someone's going to have a curiosity. They're going to go, well, what's Jeff doing? I want to know what he's doing. I haven't slept in a month. I haven't slept in 3 years. I want to know what he's doing. He slept this well the first time in 10 years. So you'll say, well, what is it? And your guys' response to that person in the comment is not to say, oh, prove it's pure therapeutic ketones. Because then the next person who sees that post may say, oh, what's this stuff that Jeff has? And they'll look and they'll go, oh, and then they'll move on. Or they'll go and look on their own. They may never contact you. You may not even like your post. They may just drive by. So it's kind of important that you say to them, hey, so-and-so, I'll PM you. And take them off the page to a private message or a text or whatever, and then start a conversation. Does that make sense, everybody? I'm going to unmute everybody right now real quick, and you guys tell me if this makes sense or doesn't make sense. That did not do what I wanted to do. All right, guys, are you guys still pulling it all with me?
Can I drop a 2?
What's that, Jeff?
Can I drop a 2? And I'm getting
drop a 2 down below if you're with me.
And drop it too.
Yeah, every time I say drop the 2, people are like, all right, so y'all are with me. I'm going to mute everybody. And again, you guys can always unmute yourselves as needed. Okay, so hopefully we're all on that. So then the next step is, once you take them away from the page and you private message them, is to basically, obviously you have a conversation with somebody. So like, Danielle, if you hadn't talked to someone in 10 years and then they message you about your stuff, you're not going to go, oh my God, it's amazing, it's ketones. Blah, blah, blah. You're not going to like vomit on them. Because no one walks into a party and walks up and people goes, hey, you want to learn about my new ketone drink? No, you talk to people, right? You build rapport. You actually have a conversation. This is what it's about. You say, hey, Dan, or whatever it is, and how you been? Blah, blah, blah. Awesome. How are you? What's going on with you? Yeah, so this stuff I've been using, because they'll ask you again, like, what's that stuff for you? How are you sleeping? Yeah, this stuff's pretty amazing. Have you ever heard of ketones or ketosis? That's the main conversation and point that we're going to ask. Have you ever heard of ketones or ketosis? Because unless they're a ketogenic dieter, and a lot of you, most of you guys here are, but there's plenty of friends, family, whoever it is, that are not. And wouldn't it be nice to give them the benefits of ketones without having to necessarily do the diet, or at least not right off the bat? And then if they have or they haven't, you can have a little conversation. Your goal here is not to be a keto expert. Your goal is really to have them, whether they say yes, whether they say no, whether they say I know a little, or maybe, whatever, you can easily just say, well, if I was to send you a short little 4-minute video, would you watch it? Or, yes, hopefully the answer is yes or no. Hope we all say yes. 4 minutes is not a lot of your time. Well, a lot of times we'll even say, well, if you had a few minutes right now, I'll send a video right over to you. If you want to make sure they watch it, then you don't have to do that, but you can let them know you want to send over a video. Most people say yes. I'm trying to think if maybe they won't answer you at all, but I don't know if I've ever had anyone not say sure to me. They may not want anything to do with it after that. That's fine. I'm not really ever attached to the outcome. I'm just trying to share information. If someone wants to do more, we do more. So at that point, we would send over the video. In the way I do it, because I find that when I used to just send over the video, people would ask me, well, how do I find out more about it, whatever. Nowadays, if I send over the video without anything else, they start going buying stuff on Amazon. I'm like, don't do that. You pay more. You may not get real product, blah, blah, blah. So I'll usually send over a link to the video. Many of you, I probably sent the link to you guys. Just saying, hey, listen, if you go to this link and click on the watch now button, it'll bring up a little video. And please message me after you're done so I can get your feedback or answer any questions. Or please message me back and let me know what you think, or let me know what your favorite part is. You always want to make sure you ask a question, okay? Because you want them to have a reason to get back to you. Not like, hey, check this out, bye. You know? And then it's not a problem to follow up with someone if you haven't seen it, they've read it, or they've watched it yet. Say, hey, what did you think of that video? It's not a problem a couple of days later, but usually people will get back to you pretty quickly about that. And from there, it's usually a couple questions. It's, how do I get it? What does it cost? All those kind of questions. Or maybe they look at the price, or I have this problem, can I take it? I have this problem, can I take it? Is it safe for me with this? Or no matter what their question is, you're going to say, that's an awesome question. I'm gonna connect you with my friend Jason or my friend Rose. Rose Boyle is on here. She works with me with this too, because they've been doing this a lot longer than me. They can answer any questions you have. And then you're gonna create a three-way message for all of us. In which case you'll introduce us. So Danielle, you might put, I don't know, Wanda in a three-way call with me and say, a message on Facebook and say, hey, Jason, this is my friend Wanda. She saw the video and was really excited about the ketone stuff, and she had some questions, and she was asking about this, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to give it too much. Can you help out? I said you knew all the answers, so whatever it might be. And then I'll respond and say, hey, nice to meet you, Danielle. Thank you so much. Danielle's awesome. She's been having such great results with the ketones. How can I help you? What can I answer? And then you guys just sit back and watch. And then the end result there is that hopefully someone will either if they want to use the product, that they'll order through your site, and we'll put them right back to your site. Oh, that's awesome, Wanda. So you know what, Danielle's, we'll give you her link. Definitely go and order some stuff. Sometimes we do 5-day experiences if you want. That's up to you guys. Depends how much product you have, and if someone's local, maybe easier for you. Uh-oh. I thought I got a little choppy there. You guys can see me okay? Give me a thumbs up, or Jeff, okay, perfect. Thank you. Don't thumbs down me. I saw that. Thank you. But yeah, and then sometimes we do 5-day experience. I don't know if any of you guys, I think Nancy, I definitely sent out some samples. Brian and Laura, I've definitely sent some samples too. So sometimes people will like to try it first. Totally understandable. What we usually do is we charge our cost. It costs you guys money to buy a product, right? All you're asking for someone is to pay what you paid for them. And somebody's like our friend Brian who works with us, he'll say, listen, if you want to try it, the packs cost us about $7 each. So it cost me $7, so that would just cost you that. If you're shipping it to me, you'd say just get a couple dollars for shipping, and they can pay PayPal to you, whatever. Or you pay, if there's someone local, you can say, hey, if I can come by and bring you a few packets to try. But again, you're taking out of your stock. Like Jeff, I know you said you had about 40 packets on hand, so you could probably do that a little bit. But if someone just bought one box, you may not be able to do that. But really, you have a lot of boxes, Danielle? No, yeah. So I mean, sometimes it's easier to say, listen, buy it. The company offers a 90-day money back guarantee. So it really is no harm, no foul. And then when they come on, I'll mention some things to them, especially if the cost is an issue. Because here's the thing: if you send them the video, it's one thing. If you send them a link, they may surf around the link and they may say, oh, that looks pretty cool, but it's really expensive, or it's not in my budget. So again, you don't have to know everything. you might want to say, I thought the same thing too, or I totally understand you. Obviously there's a cost. Just accept, acknowledge that and say, but they do have some really awesome programs set up to get it cheaper or even for free. Tell you what, my friend Jason here will answer your question. You know what I mean? No matter what the question, objection, whatever it may be, you connect them to me or Rose. And then we'll do the rest of the story for you. And hopefully if they like it or they want to try it, they'll order. And like I said, all you need is 2 people to order and be auto ship customers, and you're generating Prove It bucks, and those Prove It bucks will pay for your product. So Rose, do you want to add anything to that if you're still there and awake?
No, you're amazing.
I know.
You're so amazing.
But Rose, tell them a little bit, maybe throw something in there maybe I missed or whatever.
I think you did good. You told them about the app. You told them how to change their refer code. You told them how to refer. You told them about the program. Told them how to earn Prove It bucks.
Right.
What else? How to share properly. That was awesome. Without giving away your cookie, which is huge. So make people want to know. Don't tell them. Make them want to know and reach out. And then you, just like Doc said, then you go and have a conversation with them offline and then connect them to one of us.
Right.
So that's great. It was really good.
Awesome. Thank you. And then if you're not friends with Rose yet on Facebook,
Don't friend me. No, I'm kidding.
don't friend her.
I'm kidding.
No. You can feel free to friend Rose too, but even if you're not, she's my friend on Facebook, so you always just send us, like I said, you can
No, it's fine.
you can even drop a chat for both of us. So because sometimes I'm really busy with patients certain days of the week that I'm not as easily accessible, I may not be able to get back to someone fast enough, but Rose might. So you can even feel free to drop someone in the conversation with both of us, and one or both of us will answer the questions that need to be answered.
That is an excellent idea.
So it could be, Karen may say, hey, Alicia, I want you to meet my friends Jason and Rose. They're awesome. They've been doing this a lot longer than me, and they're really, really well versed in the product and the lifestyle, and they can answer any questions you have. And you
I
can
say this is Dr. J, and he's been using the product in his practice for 2 years now, but you can
right, that works too.
you
Listen,
can say either
I
or.
don't stand on principle. I'm not the most. I don't care
Some
what.
people feel better when there's
It does bring credibility.
yeah.
It does. The DR does add a little credibility. So you can always say he's a
You
doctor.
could tell Dr. Rose, it would just be a lie.
We call her Dr. Rose. Don't do it. No, but so yeah, you can always say my friend. I'll introduce you to Dr. Jason. He's a chiropractor. You don't say a chiropractor. He's a doctor that's been using this for his patients for a long time. That brings credibility. I mean, I don't. You guys know me, so I'm not. I don't really stand on circumstances. But,
Or they had really great results with the product or something, just some kind of validation.
and then it also introduced the person a little bit and say, yeah, and Karen had some questions about this. The only other thing I'll say is it might be worth it to send us a quick message ahead of time so we know it's coming. Especially because Rose and I do get a lot of messages about it. I don't want to miss it either. So like, Michelle, if you're going to send us a 3-way for you and someone, say, send me a quick private one-way message and say, hey, Jason, I'm gonna put you in a group with my friend so-and-so. She had a question about this. That's it. And I'll say awesome, and I'll be looking for it. And I'll be ready. I won't be like, just all of a sudden I'm looking around going, how did I get in this group? Why am I here? But it's pretty much just an introduction. Just like you'd introduce 2 people standing next to each other that you knew. Same kind of thing. And then let us do the work. So, and then again, this is not about anything more than helping you guys find 2 customers. If it's something you want to do more than that, at any point, you let us know. But I don't push the business end of it on anybody. I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to, at the very least, get your product for free or a lot less than even the $101.40 for a box of Max on 22% off. Because, there's a value when it comes to Prove It bucks. I'll just kind of sum it up quick. There's a dollar value and there's a point value for everything in the company. So a box of Keto Max may cost $130, but it's worth what we call 80 points, if you will. I won't get into too much of the the rhetoric of it. What they do with the company, they take your 2 customers and they average out the amount of points of those things they bought equal, and then that number is going to be how much Prove It bucks you'll use towards the dollar amount of your purchase. So if you have 2 people on max, 1 each of a customer, that's 80 points at each. That's an average of 80. So at 80 points would go to your $101. You'd actually pay 21 bucks for that month plus shipping for your product. So that's really what it comes down to. If you get one person getting 2 boxes, that's 120 points. Your whole thing is paid for completely except for your shipping, and then you'll have points left over for the next month. Does that make sense? And at any time, if you accumulate more points than you're using per month, you can actually take those points and just buy product here and there. Okay, the Prove It bucks have value in the company. It is, to earn them, it's earning less a little bit than the dollar value. Does that make sense, guys? So I don't know about you, but even if I only got my product for 20 bucks plus shipping a month, I think that's a pretty damn good savings. So if you have any questions, unmute yourself and ask away. Wow. I must have done such a thorough job tonight that no one has a single question.
I'm just learning how to use this technology.
That's what it is. How the hell do I unmute myself? That's the question.
Exactly. So if people just sign up for the auto ship, we just, with our next order, we do that?
Okay, so Daniel, when did you order, this month or last month?
I just ordered like a week ago, but I want to order more, but I'm waiting.
No, that's fine. What I would say is if your first order has gone in, but it hasn't rolled to the next month, you should be able to just go set up an auto ship right now in your back office.
Okay.
So when you log back in, on the left-hand side, there should be a place where you can do like a manage auto ship. I think should be a button there.
My auto ship. And then
What's
you can,
that?
it says my auto ship on your home page on the left side.
Auto ship or smart ship?
Oh, smart ship, sorry, my smart ship. And then there's a button that says add, change, or it'll probably have your last order there and say, do you want to add this order to your auto ship? But you could manage it in that little box right there.
Okay.
And when you do it, it'll step you through like you're making a full order and purchasing.
Right, it's not
Okay.
going to charge you, it's just going to go through the process.
Right, it won't charge you, but it'll set everything up. It'll even say, no charge will be done to your cart today. No product will be shipped when you set up a smart ship. But I don't want people get scared and go, oh my God, I'm buying a box. I don't want to buy a box today. So, and Ro, I don't remember 100%. Let's say someone bought something in January and then turned on their auto ship in February. Does that count as their first auto ship month, or do they have to buy something again?
No, I believe it does if they ordered something. The best way to find out is to go do it and see what happens.
Right. It'll come off in there right there. You'll see the price change on your order. It'll say 22% off.
And you can as much as you want in there.
Right, and you can change the date it ships. Like at any point, there's a place where you can like change what's on your order ship. You can change the ship date. You can change the card attached to it. So you're not locked in. You're not like, oh, I picked a box of raspberry lemonade decaf. Oh my God, I don't want that forever. No, you can change it whenever you want.
As long as you keep one thing in there, you'll get your free box.
Right. That's the thing. If you don't have an auto ship set up, you won't get a free box. You can turn auto ship it off whenever you want. There's no commitment to being an auto ship. There's no commitment to being a customer referring other customers. The only thing is if you want to earn the Prove It bucks for that month, if you don't have a shipment, they don't give you the bucks. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, technically, that's how these companies work. So that's really the only thing. And like I said, if you stay on for 4 months in a row, that 4th month they send you a box of free product. So if you come off and on it, then you kind of start in that clock of months again. But
Hey, Doc, I have a question for you.
yeah, Jeff.
What percentage of customers are reorders, would you say?
For me or for the company?
Yeah, for you and the company in general. And, I guess to add color to that, what do you do to, when you see them disengage, why and how do you keep them engaged?
So that's a good question. So, Ro, you can address it too if you want, but I find that because I'm always talking about this stuff, there's a constant flow of new people coming to the company. They don't necessarily message you when someone comes off of your auto ship. So you'd have to go back and actively look every month and see, did so-and-so go through? And we
Well,
only
you'll
have
see it in your rewards plan. You can click every month and see how many active customers you have every month.
right. The thing is, we have such a large customer base, the two of us would be doing this for a long time.
One by one, but you can.
Right. It would be a lot of work. But I mean, at your guys' level where you're just trying, at this point, your goal is to have 2 customers.
Yeah.
Maybe a third as a spare. Like, you know, it's pretty easy to manage. You know, it tells you, you can see when people have ordered and what they've ordered. If they stop ordering, you'll see that too. And then you can feel free to reach out to that person if you wanted. And, you know, sometimes the thing too, if that person starts getting an experience, they say, hey, listen, I've been earning my product almost for free or for free every month. If you want to learn how, I'll connect you to Dr. J, or I'll connect you to Rose, and we'll teach that same person to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But I think you always need, you know, more, because every business is a bit of a turnstile of customers, and
Right.
or a revolving door. So you got to replace them, those who don't, you
Right.
know.
It really depends on what you want to do with it. If, like, again, if your goal, like we said, is just to get your product for free every month, it shouldn't be too hard to find 2 customers that stay with it, and someone
Right.
who just don't want to keep doing it. I'm sure you could find one more.
What we find a lot is that if people do happen to go off 1 month or 2 months, they come right back because
Yeah.
they don't realize while they're taking it, you know, they feel good, but they're like, maybe I can go a month. And then they're off it for a month and they're like, holy cow, I need to get back on that stuff. Like then they realize they're not sleeping as good, or their cravings aren't controlled, or they're just not feeling good. Their energy is down. So it's actually, you know, if people do fall off, they more than likely come back.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes they fall off because they got a lot of product and they stopped using it for a little while, and it built up a little bit. That's usually what I see people stop doing it, or because they feel it's getting expensive. And that's when I talked about ways I can make it cheaper for them. Like
Yeah.
tonight.
The free product program is great because it keeps people active for 3 months, and you know they don't want to lose that free box, so they're going to stay active for 3 months, and then they're like, oh gosh, I got to do. They want to keep receiving that free box, so it's a good incentive, and they save that $30 a month.
Right. And 22% off is, they don't do, or the company used to do a lot of sales. For a little while, they did they were doing a sale. So they realized that really devalued the product. So now they don't really do sales very often, maybe once a month if you're lucky, and never as much as what it would be if you were just on auto ship. So the auto ship at 22% off is pretty much the most you're going to get off, unless they run like a 2-for-1 special, or, you know, buy 2 get 1 free kind of special, which they don't do very often. So that it's always good. You know, some people are like, well, is it going to be cheaper if I wait? No, actually, just buy a box to get on the auto ship. And you can buy anything. You could buy like the smallest thing they have, and then set up for the biggest thing you have for your auto ship. Doesn't matter.
And you can when you earn Prove It bucks. I mean, if you want it to be super nice and entice some people, you can share your Prove It bucks with people.
Yeah, you can actually take Prove It bucks and turn them into coupons too.
And say, hey, here's a $15 coupon. Why don't you try it for a month or something?
Yeah, whatever. If you want to spur people to it.
Well, that's a good question. So let me tell you guys, it's interesting that you know, you're presenting the opportunity right now, because I had just committed to. I think I was using the product wrong in terms of, you know, waiting for a bad day and get me back on track in the morning the next day, and so I think to set, you know, so people aren't setting themselves up for failure. You want them to use the product correctly so they will see the result. So I've just committed to, because I watched Fake Keto. I watched the Fake Keto video again, and it's finally sinking in that. So I'm committing to using a packet every day. I want to see, for the 40 I got left in 40 days, I will see that long-term result rather than intermittent usage,
Right.
which I think shows the true value of the product.
Twice a day, every day.
Yeah, I do it twice a day every day.
Twice a day is the therapeutic dose.
So one of the things I recommend too, guys, if most of you guys I think you're using Max. If you're not using Max, it's fine. But Max comes in a box of 20. So when it comes to a month's supply, if you want it every day, it can be a little bit like, well, what do I do? So I figured out a way to do it to maximize, you like that? To maximize your product per month. So what I would tell everyone, and if you're telling anyone too, is you guys can do this, it's up to you. But if you want to make sure you have it every day, All right. What you could do is on your first month, you buy a box. Then I would set my auto ship up for 2 boxes for the next month. Because again, you're getting 22% off, right? So now you'll get 20 packets in that month. Your auto ship runs. You'll get an extra 10 in that month, right? Because you're getting 40. That 10 will help you make up the month you just had. And then you'll have 30 for that month. And then I would actually turn the auto ship back down to 20. And then, you know, you can go like, you can basically start with your first box is a box. Your first auto ship is 2 boxes. Your second auto ship is 1 box. Your third is 2 boxes again. The next month, you're going to get another 2 boxes because you get a free box. So you can go down to 1 box in your auto ship plus a free box. And then you could probably do a 1 box. You know what I mean? You can go back and forth to make sure you maintain the 30 packets per month. So it's just, I mean, I could write it out for you guys. It was just something I was trying to figure out for someone to get a packet every day with a box of 20 without, you know, breaking the bank either. So just some ideas.
I think I had 4 packets today.
What's the difference between the Max and like the Orange OS or the chocolate and all that stuff?
So the big difference between the 2.1 and the 3.0, which is the chocolate swirl and the orange and the turquoise swirl versus the Max. The Max line has a different ketone salt in it. So the ketone salts in the original formulas, the 2.1 and 3.0, are similar types of ketones to the ones that other companies have on the market. They're very effective. They work great. But a lot of people have similar ketone-based product. The Max is a completely different product that they have patent pending on, that they own the patent for, that is twice as bioavailable than anything else out there. So the Max is 100% equivalent to what our body makes. Well, all the other products, including even the 2.1 and 3.0, those beta-hydroxybutyrate salts are not 100% bioidentical to our own stuff. So it's not used as well. So that's the big difference. The Max tastes better, has a little less sodium. The caffeine's a little bit different in those than the other ones. I mean, there's some differences in the other ones. I can go over the details if you want, but that's the big difference.
Do you drink caffeine free in the evening? Because I notice I'm up I work overnights, but on my days off, I'm up until like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I
would
have
recommend
free
using
only, but it's once in a while a caffeinated.
Yeah, I almost only use decaf, to be honest with you, Danielle, because I don't really do caffeine much. But if I'm gonna have the caffeinated ones, it's either in the morning or before the gym.
Right.
I'm a nurse, so I notice like I drink coffee too, and then I drink my ketones, and like sometimes my hands are just like
Yeah.
shaking.
I would
Like
You
I'm
don't need both.
Yeah, I would say if you do both, you could go with the decaf coffee. Or the decaf tea. The equivalent of a cup of coffee is what's the caffeine in the Max. The Orange Dream is about 1 1/3 cups of coffee, and the Chocolate Swirl 3.0 is about a little less than half. So one thing that Rose mentioned earlier, I forgot to come back to, is if you guys haven't done this yet, if you go to the App Store on your phone, you can download the Prove It Pulse app. It's a free app. You can download it to your phone. You log in with the same credentials you use to log into your Prove It account. And what it will do is it will give you notifications and alerts when there's stuff going on with the company, whether it's a sale, if someone signs up underneath you, corporate calls, whatever. So it's nice to kind of, say, oh, so-and-so I talked to today just bought a box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, hey, there's a sale. I want to go. This is a great time. I need an extra box. I didn't want to wait for my auto ship. I'm going to go buy a box or something. Or they have a special flavor out. I want to go, So that's the kind of stuff it'll notify you for. You don't have to do it, but it keeps you
like the midnight that I've been looking for.
I know. I'll get you. I'll get you some.
I just sold the rest of mine. Oh crap! Sorry.
I'm just like a junkie. I'm looking everywhere for it.
No, good, and it's really good when you mix it with chocolate because then it tastes like chocolate covered in blackberry.
So if you're gonna do it with the chocolate, right? This is how we do. We do because I kind of perfected the flavor. I think I use a half a packet of the Midnight and 3/4 of a packet of the Swiss Max. It's awesome. But I use decaf Swiss Max.
You said 3/4 of the chocolate?
3/4 of the Swiss Max, and then half of the cherry, because the cherry is a very strong flavor compared to the Max, which is a little bit softer chocolate. It tastes just like a chocolate. Fit into the middle of a chocolate cherry. What's that, Ro?
So she could play with it to taste.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, whatever you want to do.
I just pour.
Yeah, but remember, there's a lot more caffeine in the
The amped, yeah.
in the versions like Midnight. So
But
Um,
AMP versions and the new and the new Max versions also have that AC11, which nothing else has. So all of the Max versions will soon be formulated with that AC11.
right. So we'll
And
have some
Signal
deep
OS
in
have
there,
to make awesome, by the way.
and the
I've been
AC
3 days and I'm jumping for joy.
Which one?
The Signal OS.
Oh, you've been taking it already?
Yes, I got a bottle.
How'd you get a bottle?
They sent it to me. I'm special.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Remember, you're special, not gifted.
not gifted, is right.
So, any
No,
other
but it's
questions,
great. I
guys?
feel great.
This is really the core of everything with this, with even with the business end of it. But I think it's pretty simple. I don't think I told anyone you had to sell anything in that, right? It's just sharing your experience
Yeah.
in a way that's engaging and passionate, and you're not lying. You're just talking about your truth. What
People
you
are going to see it because you're going to change. Like your overall like outlook, everything's going to change. Your spirit's going to change. You're just going to have more energy. You're going to be happier. People are going to want to know what the heck you're doing, and they're going to want what you have. It's like that Meg Ryan. What is it on? What movie is that? When they say I'll have what she's having.
That was when Harry Met Sally.
Yeah. Similar.
Don't do a fake orgasm on Facebook.
No. Well, you can. It's very effective. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sure it would work. If you want to go viral, go right ahead.
Yeah, that would be an awesome Facebook Live. I think you should do that.
Rose, calm down.
You might have people coming to look for more than just ketones.
Right, exactly.
I'm kidding.
All right. Well, I'll get on my office and change my code.
Yeah, guys, that's the first thing I would do no matter what. Even if you're not going to do anything with pushing a post out now, definitely change that referrer code in the back. So if and when you need, if someone's talking to you one day, you're like, oh, go to my site. It's XKJR number 972L .proveitnow.com. Like, it's just ridiculous. So change it to whatever you want to change it to. Find something that works. They don't let you use the word keto in your name.
They don't.
I've tried a ton of different ones with keto, and they all get. And I thought maybe it's because someone had them, but I did some weird ones that it didn't matter. I don't think it lets keto be part of it. I mean, it may have changed since the last time I tried, but
You can make it whatever you want.
the last thing I'll say is if you're not sure what to say or you have an idea but you're kind of afraid to post it or whatever, feel free to hit up me or Rose and say, hey, listen, I wanted to say this. What do you think?
Or take a picture of what's it called, Jason? They could just tag you in a post and be like, "Thank you, Dr. J, for I feel so great." Something.
Right. You can even say, hey, Dr. J, thank you so much for introducing to this thing or the magical unicorn
You
power.
could take a picture of you with a nondescript glass or something.
Right. You can even just have your shaker like you did, Danielle, and say, this stuff is so amazing. Thank you, Dr. J, for sharing with me. I don't know. Whatever.
And then he'll be tagged in the post and he could go and answer and connect with people, blah, blah, blah.
Right. So whatever you guys need, we'll be here to help you out with it. I wanted you guys to meet Rose because she works with me.
Absolutely, guys.
Lives and seeing me
Okay.
joints with her. Not joints, but joint lives with her.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much.
What's that, Jeff?
Much for sharing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you.
So guys, did anyone else have any questions? Autumn, Karen, Michelle, Nancy, Lloyd, Ryan, anyone? I don't know all those numbers, so I'll give you guys a minute to try. You can message or. All right. Well, on that note, I will say I'll bid you all adieu. We'll stop the recording, and I'll see you guys in the live. I'll do a live tomorrow night. I don't know what my topic's gonna be yet, but I'll be doing one soon.
Perfect. What time?
I usually probably tomorrow night, probably be close to like 9:30.
On your time.
Eastern time, yes, sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try to post something, I'll probably post about it.